biggest compliment I could ever get is you going out and doing something that scares the living crap out of you because it lights your heart on fire. Welcome back to Christina's Garage Gearhead in Training. Today I thought that I could share some of my story in regards to how I got connected with Holley. My dad had purchased this car. He had completely stripped it, and it was basically the unibody on jack stands when he showed it to me on my 30th birthday, which has been about 4 years, a little bit over 4 years now. When my dad passed about 3 years ago, I had set in my mind that I was going to finish this car and I was going to do as much as possible to do as much of the work as I can. You guys, I had no mechanical experience, no automotive, transportation, whatever words you want to use. I had no experience before my dad passed away. That was what we were going to do together. And this box is one of the boxes of things that I had inherited after he passed away. The car was being housed at someone else's house, and he had all the parts at someone else's house mixed with my stepmother's house. And I told my stepmother I want to take everything. He had multiple cars, and I even have stuff in here for my brother's cars. I have a Ford rear end in my garage. The reason why I wanted to connect with Holley was because I have this, and I didn't even know what it was. I'm still in the beginning stages and still learning about things. This is the first generation Holley Sniper EFI. And my dad, it's on my brother's Mustang. If you guys go back and watch some of those videos, I can actually do more to upgrade his car. Either way, my dad had tried really hard. There were some issues he was running into on my brother's Mustang. And I told myself, I'm not only going to do this for my car, I want to get it so that my brother's car is running smoothly with the updated kit with the Holley Sniper 2. And I want to be able to put the upgrade kit on my car. And if it works on mine and Matthew's car, maybe my brother Michael might want it for his 69 El Camino. That's up to him. I really wanted to connect with Holley because I have a really big emotional reason, and that's why I reached out. I was invited to SEMA for the first time this year by Richmond Gear Motive Gear, and I was there interviewing people, and I saw the Holley booth, and you guys might think from what you see posted on here that I'm really outgoing. It is very hard for me to be really outgoing, especially when I'm at big events and going places where I don't know anything. I don't know much. I don't know any people, like the Benedict Castle Concourse show that I went to this last week, and I knew one person before showing up. And that's one reason why I'm doing this channel, is to show you guys that you don't have to have years and years and years of experience to get involved. I went up to the Holley booth at SEMA, and I didn't feel like we were vibing. And I tried to share my story, and obviously, like, SEMA's super busy. There's a lot going on. I was like, okay, no problem. I was really bummed out, actually, and then I just continued doing interviews with other companies and stuff like that. And then Motive Gear, Richmond Gear had invited me to PRI. And so I started doing the same thing, interviewing people, asking questions and building relationships. And then the Holley booth was there. I was actually afraid to walk up to the Holley booth because I'm like, ugh. I tried to connect when at SEMA and it didn't vibe. And that's okay. Like, not everybody's supposed to like you. Like, I was bummed out. Was I upset in that way? Like, no, like, whatever. So I went up to the Holley booth at PRI. I figured, you know what, shoot my shot and see what happens. I started talking to one person, talked to another person. Then I was able to actually get some interviews. If you guys go back to the PRI videos, it was really cool. I was able to interview one of their racers. I'm very emotional when I talk about my dad and everything. And when I went to the Holley booth at PRI, and then I met their social media team, Alex Now I'm connected with Alan. They've been absolutely amazing. And I felt like I finally connected and was able to kind of share my story. And it seemed like they resonated with it. And this is the Holley Sniper 2 that we were able to get for my brother's car. And then they invited me to LS Fest West in Vegas. And I'm an influencer with them. I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful, and that's why I'm emotional and nervously giggling. And I really wanted to share this part of the story because I can't get on here and go, yeah, this is what the Holley does, and da-da-da. Like, I don't have that experience yet. What Holley is doing is setting me up so that I do have that experience, so I can upgrade my brother's car, so I can put it and upgrade it on my car to be able to share my experience with you guys. Like, they have been absolutely amazing. And I'm actually going to be going out to Kentucky. I don't have a specific date yet. They offer classes to teach you how to understand what this is for the general public, for someone like me, can learn about this product and better understand how the heck it works. Because for someone who has no experience and then adding electronics and technology into that, it's just like, whoo, over my head. And I really wanted to share this story. There's so many other ones with some of the other companies that I've interacted with. I wanted to specifically talk about Holley today. They've made an impact on my life and helped to encourage me to keep going. And I really felt like that was important to share. I'm pretty sure my dad would be happy because my goal is to carry on his legacy and also create one of my own in the process. He wanted to make a big difference. He wanted to open up a shop for after he retired for teens to come and learn how to wrench on things. I don't have that knowledge, at least yet. What can I do? This is what I can do. I can share my story. I can share my experience. I can bring you guys along with me as I'm learning all this stuff and encourage you guys that maybe it's not even mechanical gearhead stuff that you're interested in. I don't see why you'd be watching this if you didn't. Either way, what sets your heart on fire, and go for that. What's the worst people can say? No. I went to SEMA and they didn't say no, but I got a no. And then I went to PRI and it was a yes. And now I'm here. Now I was invited to Las Vegas and I was in the influencer picture. I didn't expect that. I was the only one without a car. I'm not even putting LS. I'm putting EFI. Well, I think they do other versions of EFI on LS engines. I'm still learning all this stuff. I'm putting the Holley Sniper 2 upgrade kit with my Holley Sniper 1 or Holley Sniper on my car, and they still invited me out. If you guys needed a sign, this is your sign. Go shoot your shot. Thank you so much for taking the time to listen to my story, and I love you guys. I wouldn't be where I'm at right now also without you guys' help. So if you guys want to share, subscribe, and the biggest compliment I could ever get is you going out and doing something that scares the living crap out of you because it lights your heart on fire. You guys are awesome. I'll see you next week.